the research really is important. And you know, I did do some research, but we don't really look into things. We just kind of wing it. And you know, in Yellowstone, apparently winging it's not good enough.
Well,
sitting here at an undisclosed location in Yellowstone National Park, and we are a bit cold because it's starting to snow outside, and we thought we better review with you some big mistakes that we made on our visit to Yellowstone. So an annual interagency multiple federal fee area is $80. Private vehicle.
And that's per vehicle, right? Our biggest mistakes were around research. We didn't realize that we should be here longer, for one.
Yeah.
And that staying outside of the park at an entrance was an option because Google, I think, kind of steered us in the wrong direction there. Or maybe our searches were wrong.
Yeah.
I know the way.
Wow, look at this water. My feet are heating up.
Keeping that on me to see if I trip. There is. We're at Undine Falls right now. We're just doing the loop in the Beaver because that's what we're doing. And yeah, there's lots of interesting points. There's a waterfall here, so we stopped, and it's pretty cool. There's lots of neat stuff. What was the elevation?
88.59.
And we were a little bit higher than that. Like we'd come down a little bit. So it was probably like 9,000 the highest we were at. Well, and it's a long way around that loop. It's a lot longer than I thought. We actually got fuel twice, not filled up, because I thought, well, we'll just get out of the park.
So Yellowstone's a really beautiful place, and we've been driving all around it.
We have in the old Beaver.
Yeah, that's kind of the screw-up part, but
you know what? We've managed. We can get, the only things we can't get into is there's some car loops that would have been nice, like at the Mammoth Hot Springs, I think.
Yeah. But we still got some good shots.
We did, yeah. Unfortunately, there's fuel partway around this loop because I don't think we would have made it back out of the park.
This isn't the most economic way to see Yellowstone.
No.
But thankfully they already thought that people would do that, and they put some pumps in. So
yeah, if we had it to do over again, I think we would have parked just outside the park, and there's a place to rent a car.
Yeah.
And because we don't tow, we would have just done that. But this is working. It's not bad.
It's fine.
So we're in search of the big falls. I think we're at the smaller falls, but it's a short hike to see it, so we're gonna go take a look. And I'm at the brink of the upper falls, that is.
We've found the trail to the lower falls, and it looks like we're hiking again.
We are, and I don't even think we could bike hike this either.
No.
That is our preference.
It is our preference, but
We do hike though.
we'll see.
You guys know that.
We'll
so-
see how this is on the way up.
Yeah, it's a bit of
Right
a...
now we're still
it's a
going down.
It's a good trail, but it is fairly steep. It's amazing. It's 93 meters, like 300 feet. If I had a barrel, I'd go over it.
Yeah.
Sure. What could possibly go wrong? 3/8 of a mile. I think this lower fall is actually 3 miles down and 8 miles up. At least that's what it feels like.
It does say 600 feet.
But it's gorgeous down there. It's well worth the walk.
You made it.
I feel like Rocky, if I can't lift my arms. We were done the day. It's dark. It's raining. It's actually turning to snow. And we had an hour and a half to go yet. And so we've pulled over.
Yeah. It was just too far.
And yeah, with the snow at night, it's not worth it. So.
Wasn't a good idea. So we're stopped. We are cold. We are managing because we bring our house with us everywhere we go. Blaming Google, because when I googled campgrounds in Yellowstone, which at this time of the year are mostly closed, and what is open is booked, when really what I needed to do was Google campgrounds near Yellowstone.
So in conclusion, it was not our fault.
Oh no,
Right?
no,
Yeah.
no, has nothing to do with our lack of research. So we're here at the Grand Prismatic Springs in Yellowstone. This is at the Midway Basin. So there's a lot of hot springs, a lot of geysers, all that kind of stuff in this park, but this one's the most colorful one that they have. It's
What's
really
the temperature?
hot, 70 degrees Celsius. So that's even too hot for me.
And it's snowing out, so the air is cold, so you get a lot of steam. So it is hard to see the water,
Yeah,
but it's very mystic and cool.
it is. But we do notice that there are hoof marks in the ground.
Yeah, I don't know whether that would be bison or elk walking through there. It's around the outskirts, so it's probably not as hot. But
Right. They must have some pretty strong hooves
Yeah, you'd
to
think.
manage this. But this is a really neat place. And unfortunately, we can't see all the colors as well as we'd like today just because it's so steamy. But it's still very awesome to
is
take a
cool.
look at. We were in the off season and we were able to drive the beaver all over the park, which was great. We could park anywhere, we could go see anything we wanted to see, which we wouldn't have been able to do in the busy season. It was beautiful. We love Yellowstone, but we should have spent more time. We should have stayed in one of those campgrounds outside the west entrance in West Yellowstone. We should have rented a car like we normally would have. Okay, bye, Yellowstone.
That was a good visit.
It was.
A lot of work.
Yeah. We really could have planned this Yellowstone visit better, and we just wanted to share that with everybody.
So if you knew nothing about Yellowstone before this video, hopefully you know a little bit now, things to look for.
What not to do.
What not to do. Feel free, leave a comment below.
Tell us about your Yellowstone experience.
Be sure to like, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you out on the road.